Those combinations were brutal, and Vladimir Klitschko, I've never seen Vladimir Klitschko in that much trouble from one combination. And I think Anthony Joshua really proved to the world that he's truly a force to be reckoned with.
So in the build-up to Joshua Klitschko, a lot was mentioned, we don't throw bottles, or that trash talking isn't what their style of a fight was. What do you think about trash talking in boxing? Obviously in your last fight it was something that was prominent. Do you think it's something by fight basis, or is it something...
I think people should just be as they are. You know, when I'm in the lead up to a fight, I get myself into a certain mental mind frame, and that's seek and destroy. And that manifests itself in me saying some pretty harsh stuff, and it ruffles some feathers and gets people excited. Anthony Joshua and Klitschko are the polar opposite. You know, whatever they're feeling, even if they want to do damage, they won't say it. They're very respectful. You know, I didn't enjoy the lead up to that fight. It was very boring. I didn't like seeing them sitting across the table with each other, you know, loving each other up, saying how Vladimir was saying that Joshua is like his little brother, and I'm like, you know, this doesn't get me hyped for a fight. I'm just very fortunate that, when I say me, I genuinely mean I am very fortunate that both Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua went to war and actually really put on a fantastic show, because that's really given boxing, not only heavyweight boxing, boxing in general, a nice big shot in the arm of, you know, excitement. You know, people who may be on the borderline with boxing a bit disillusioned by all the different titles or the politics of the game, they would have sat down, they would have watched that fight, and they will be boxing fans, and they'll be looking forward to future heavyweight battles, because they really got their money's worth. You know, anybody who paid for the pay-per-view, anybody who paid for the ticket, you won't find one person who say, I want my money back. And if you look at this year in the heavyweight division, you've got some good fights. You had myself and Tony Bellew. We went at it. We had a great fight. Once again, everybody got their money's worth. We had Klitschko and Joshua both giving 100%, and they both should be very proud of their performances. And I truly believe that the heavyweight boxing is in a fantastic shape, because we're getting fights that the fans want to see, and the fights that the fans feel that are intriguing. And you know, I'm happy to be part of it. You know, I'm out for the moment with an injury, but you know, when I get back, when I'm in full fitness and I'm back in the ring, you know, I'd love to continue to build on that good vibe that heavyweight boxing has got right now.
In build up to your last fight, obviously it was discussion of old David Haye to one side and Haymaker 2.0, or a new version of David Haye. If you were when you're looking at your rehabilitation and comeback, do you see it as another new version of David Haye?
It has to be. It has to be. The 2.0 version failed. We took it on the track. We did a new Haymaker 2.0 on the track, and we blew a tyre out and wasn't able to finish the race. So obviously we need a 3.0. We need a 3.0 now, and I've got plans. I understand. I've analysed the fight, the fight, my last fight. So I understand how the training went. I understand that, you know, what I did well, what I didn't do well, where I need to improve, and I'm only going to get better. You know, I'm not going to get worse. But the people within boxing will only see me as being older, you know, having more injuries. So I think it will actually work in my favour, to the point where people may not expect me to do well against, say, an Anthony Joshua, because he's riding high, he's undefeated, he doesn't have any clear injuries. You know, he's young and fresh, he's way bigger than me, he's once again 3 stone bigger than I am. He's, you know, he's a complete specimen. You know, if he was to construct the ultimate heavyweight, it would look pretty similar to Anthony Joshua. But what he doesn't have, in my opinion, is the slick skills needed when it gets tough. When his defensive skills, or their lack of, in my opinion, is the difference between myself and him.
So obviously the next step after your fight with Tony Bellew, you mentioned then the immediate rematch was a chance or a possibility. As in, what do you see as maybe a future possible opponent or a future person you might face? Is there any update on that?
There's no update. You know, I haven't even started thinking about who I'm going to fight. All I'm focusing on is my rehabilitation and making sure that I'm in good health, as that's the only thing that matters. I could start screaming and shouting out, I want this fight, I want a rematch, I want to fight Joshua, I want to fight Klitschko, I want to fight Wilder. who am I right now to be saying anything? All I need to do is keep my head down, keep a low profile, and focus on getting back to full health, as that's the only issue that's stopping these big fights. So once my leg's healed, then you'll hear who I'm going after. But whoever it will be a big fight, it will be exciting. And I'm still as confident as ever, particularly watching the fight on the weekend with Joshua and Klitschko. You know, I saw from both of them, you know, where I possibly could capitalise. You know, when I get someone hurt, I don't stand back and look at them. You know, I close the show. You know, if I was to ever get someone like Anthony Joshua hurt, like he was, I wouldn't do a Klitschko and, you know, try and get a 2 or 3 round breather when you've got someone in such bad shape. You know, I jump on it and I close the show. So it was actually quite good to see. It was good to see as a fan. It was good to see as a potential opponent for Anthony Joshua. That, you know, he is human. You know, as I always thought. You know, he showed a slight vulnerability against Dylan White, and this time round he took some big shots. But I don't think he's chinny. You know, I was unsure whether he could take a shot. But what he proved to me in the Klitschko fight was he can take big punches. The shots that put him down, to be brutally honest, I would be asleep. Vladimir Klitschko is a big man. If he was to hit me with the same shots that he hit Anthony Joshua with, you know, I'd definitely hit the deck, no doubt. And would I be able to get up? I don't know.